Northern Consensus Movement, an amalgamation of over 115 registered organizations in the North, has come to air its opinion on the issue of stopping its people from open grazing without the provision of ranches as an alternative. Dr. Awal, the president of the movement, while briefing newsmen at Abuja, says the ban by the southern governors is a technical disunity in the country. He also said the lack of substitution on stopping open grazing will make the North continue to hold on to power for the next 4 years.
You cannot, in all fairness, decide to ban somebody from his means of livelihood. By so doing, you are already creating chaos, creating disunity, creating disharmony, creating distrust, creating also instigating violence. Because that is a means of instigation of violence where you said, I will not eat. They said a hungry man is an angry man. So where you decide not to allow somebody to continue to live the way he's supposed to live or have his own means of livelihood, and you do not provide an alternative for him. For those states that have already enacted the antigrazin laws, we are aware that a lot of political leaders of those southern states have what is called ranches, personal ranches, not even government-owned built ranches, but the political leadership, a lot of the political leadership have personal ranches that they build, where our investigation has revealed that some of the ranches, some individual will have 2, some individuals will have 3 different ranches with about 300 to 400 cows. We've also come to discover, like I said, a lot of the political leadership, after having these ranches, are now trying to deprive the normal Fulani nomads, who is peaceful, who go about rearing his cows as that is what he was born into and that is what he is living on. And now you do not provide an alternative. Alternative is, if you are going to stop anybody from doing anything, then you should have an alternative for him, so that when you stop him from doing this, he is jumping into this that will also be a means of livelihood for him. But you said you are stopping or you are banning open grazing, and you do not provide alternative ranch for those people that you are stopping from doing open grazing to go into, to move in their heads into those ranches and be able to, even if it means them paying you rent. It is the responsibility of government all over the world. If you are going to take this kind of policy, then you should make an alternative provision before enacting a law, not just enacting a law for the purpose of witch hunting people, for the purpose of depriving people of their means of livelihood, for the purpose of trying to instigate disunity. Because as far as we are concerned, this is another technical way of creating disunity. And come to think of it, similar governors in the north, the governor of Zamfara state, Matawalle, the governor of Kano state, Ganduje, the governor of Kaduna state, El-Rufai, have provided ranching opportunities. They are building mighty ranches in their state. I am aware in Kaduna state, Governor El-Rufai is building about 5 different ranches in different locations of Kaduna state that will accommodate thousands and thousands of goat, sheep, and cows, that will make it easy for those people, that the fulanis that are roaming about trying to get feed for their cows, will easily be moved into those ranches on a retainership basis. They will be paying meritorium on a yearly basis. Same goes to the governor of Kano state, Abdullahi Ganduje. He has also is building such things. Same goes to the governor of Zamfara state. The same with the governor of Jigawa state. These are provisions that were made by governors in anticipation of stopping open grazing. But they know that you cannot stop open grazing without providing an alternative. That was why they went into providing that alternative, and on completion, they will ask all Fulani nomads to push in their sheep, goats, and cows and all their livelihood into those ranches, and from that time, a law will work on whoever that breaks the law. But the southern governors decided that they are deliberately going to do this in an attempt to create disharmony, in an attempt to create disunity, in an attempt, in fact, it's a technical way, as far as we are concerned, of trying to divide Nigeria. So we are saying no to that provision that they are making. They should go back and put up their thinking cap and know that this is Nigeria, and in Nigeria the law provides for every Nigerian to live and do business and do intermarriages anywhere in Nigeria without hindrance, for as long as that person did not break the law of the state and the law of the federation. What they did, the law they are passing is equally against the law of the federation. We are aware that the president has made a provision. The southern governors, that is the southwestern governors, deliberately refuse to adhere to the provision that the president is trying to make, just because they have an innermost plan. They have a plan, they have a thinking, they have a motive that they are trying to execute. That is the reason why they decided to refuse to comply with that. And in any case, this is a political situation. We are in a political government, and under a political dispensation, the voice of the people is the voice of government. Government has no authority on its own. Whoever become a governor, a president, a senator, a member House of Reps, a member State House of Assembly, or a local government chairman is doing that on the neck of Nigerians. Now, Nigerians are not happy with what these governors are doing. Even within the state that they reside, the people that they think are the members or the citizens or indigents of those states that they think they are truly not happy with this, because we have received several complaints, even from the Yorubas themselves, that their governors are doing what they are doing. And again, like I said, we are under a political dispensation. And these same people are saying that they needed power in 2023. I wonder how we, the Northerners, will accept to vote anybody that is not a Northerner in 2023 with this kind of arrangement that is going on, that openly, even though even as at this time that you are not in government, you are already indicating that you cannot unite the country. You are already doing, you are already segregating against Nigerians. You are already depriving some Nigerians from their means of livelihood. Now that you have not been given the opportunity to lead Nigeria, you are already doing this. Then what more if we decide to accept that we will support any candidate from the southern part of Nigeria? It means the north will be gone. I think this is also a better and stronger basis within which we will continue to clamor and call on our people to know that they cannot and should not and should never, and we will not allow through the ballot box anybody that will not unite this country to be the next president of Nigeria in 2023, because automatically you have indicated that you cannot hold this country together. If you are given the opportunity to lead, you are only going to divide, because what you are doing now is a method of division. It's an indirect dividing the country, because where you deprive me of my means of livelihood, and what else do you expect me to do? What else? And we are talking of crime and criminality. And we are trying to see to it that crime and criminality is reduced to the barest minimum. The government at the center is doing everything humanly possible to ensure that crime and criminality across the federation is being reduced to the barest minimum. But by this act, you are indirectly instigating violence. You are indirectly instigating chaos. You are indirectly, expressing that you are not willing to continue to, to harbor other Nigerians from the other part of the country that are resident in you. And I've said it before, I'm going to repeat it again. In Kano and Kaduna alone, you have more than 19 million, in the entire northern Nigeria, you have more than 19 million Yorubas resident in the 19 northern states. And not only resident, these guys owns personal property, land, farmlands, houses, and shops, and what have you. And we live with these people peacefully. We try as much as we can to protect them, to protect their lives, to protect their properties. Why is it that the properties and the lives of our own people that are resident in your own state is not being protected, is not being guided? That is not to say that we don't know what we are doing. We are not fools. We also have feelings the way you have feelings. We think the way you think. We can act the way you act. But we have been trying as much as we can to restrain our people from taking the laws into their hands. And by what you are doing, you are instigating violence. So we are saying that the southern governors should go back and have a rethink of this their policy. We don't have problem with their policy for as long as they are going to provide an alternative for our people that are resident there, most especially with this grazing issue. If they are going to provide alternative for the Fulanis, build grazing reserves for them, and then let them go into the grazing reserve and be paying you on meritorium, or even if it is rent on a monthly basis. But you are passing a law that says you do not want to see a single cow moving on the street. You do not want to see a single cow moving on the street, and you do not provide an alternative for them. For God's sake, how will they feed those animals?
Dorcas Olariwaju, Voice TV, Nigeria.